taken off, and I'm like, how do you know they're done? He's like, oh, they're road traffic. See? He went like this to one of his, and the Zoom, he went, it's not done. I'm like, can I take them? And I'm gonna throw them in my backyard in the water. Please. He's like, no, I'll give you $20.
Okay. Has it always been an Arnaldo's since you've been going?
Yes, how long would that be?
I know. Because, we used to have community center here. They just kept selling out. So we just, then we decided to look into that. It's worked out.
They do a good job.
I appreciate it. Okay. Okay. Well, we got that youth hunt every year, youth hunt weekend. Get them signed up. Every kid gets a dozen decoys, duck call hats, we get shirts made. We go to Cabela's and just buy a bunch of stuff to hand out to them. That's where the money goes. That's one of our big things. Make sure you get them signed up. Yeah. And maybe one of the guys in our club now is an instructor. And we've talked about even doing it here. He would do it here. And he just gonna take the shirt.
I'll let you. As long as you behave yourself. No heckling of people.
Glad,
Can't sit by us and be a troublemaker.
But maybe Sportsman's Club, he's a board member there, or a director, and he does them there all the time. Where at? Oh, yeah, wait out. Yeah, so maybe Sportsman, I know doesn't regularly. So, yeah. I mean, I can get you in touch with the guy if you want. Yeah, and you got 2 years on that. Just kidding. Yeah. I don't think they track it, but they know some people flex at a time, but typically it's supposed to be 2 years. I don't think there is anybody.
No. No. Yeah. It's okay now. I got them here.
I'm thinking,
No, it's a Bubba
it's
from,
old.
it's a $10 Bubba from I'd rather have a Bubba than a Stanley.
Once you go back, you don't go back.
A Bubba, I would think a Bubba would be like a big dude sitting on the front porch. What's your name today? Was it?
Just left.
I've done it in the airport, but not this airport. I was so angry when she was calling, I was so pissed.
I
No,
don't play games.
no.
I always park outside. You never know. I park outside and I get my coupon here, $7 a day. And that's what I use to park in that parking lot. We'll be right there.
I do too. I'm not, I'd rather go there and sit. Yeah, How are ya?
Did you get her stuff? Bike and a wagon. She got a bike and a wagon. No, she did a bike. She did, I have to ask.
I can't wait to meet her. October.
she was gonna take and get water for watering her plants. They ought to be pulling that water on.
Is everybody's mics on?
This is,
And
this is
she,
right. If I were you, I wouldn't do it.
I do not have a
Of
green
course, I
thumb.
didn't listen.
even 6:30 yet.
They did.
Well, hello, sir.
Gary,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Yeah, Bill, Tammy, Rick. Rick. Cool. Everybody's mics are green.
Yep.
That clock is off, huh?
The clock is off, indeed.
Okay.
Well, I would say we're gonna let Councilwoman Wood take a seat, and the clock has struck 6:30. So why don't we rise for our Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, good evening to everybody sitting in front of us in the room, as well as those that are attending online. And I would like to pass to our clerk to take roll.
Schumate,
Here.
Cox, Cosmore,
Here.
McNabb,
Here.
Molnar,
Here.
Valentine,
Here.
Wood. Here.
Council, we'd like to have a motion to excuse Councilman Cox from this evening's meeting.
Some to excuse.
Support.
We have a motion by McNabb, and if I heard a second by Molnar. I'm only going to add discussion for the sake of relevancy here. We do have some department heads that are unavailable this evening. So we will be missing Chief Tangway, Fire Chief Kane, and Parks and Recreation Director Goris this evening. Just want to make sure everybody was aware of that. That being said, Katie, can we please call roll?
Cox, Cosmore,
Yes.
McNabb,
Yes.
Molnar,
Yes.
Schumate,
Yes.
Valentine,
Yes.
Wood. Yes.
Council and members of public, in front of you and in your packet, you will see this evening's agenda. We'd be looking for a motion to approve this evening's agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Second by Valentine. Any discussion on tonight's agenda? Katie, can we please call roll?
Cosmore,
Yes.
McNabb,
Yes.
Molnar,
Yes.
Schumate,
Yes.
Valentine,
Yes.
Wood. Yes.
Well, we have an approved agenda, and we'd love to move on to our public comment section. To our members of public, as you're well aware, we have a public comment right now, and then we have a public comment at the end of our meeting. For those that would like to address council, please step up to the podium there. Make sure that green light is flashed on, and state your name and address.
Good evening, my name's Lenore Bolthouse. I'm at 30567 Young Drive. I wanted to bring to the attention of council, so I'm not a public speaker. I have been out of business, out of work for a long time, so excuse me if I'm jumping around a bit. But I want to bring something to your attention, and what prompted me to bring it to your attention is last week's planning committee that I watched online. I have been watching the council meetings as well as the planning online, and I need to stop doing that. I need to be here instead. So I'm going to try to do that. So to do that today, last week in the Planning Commission, I heard there was a comment made regarding various ordinances and things like that, also regarding, somebody made a comment about battery storage. Well, I want to tell you that I was like, no, we are not allowing battery storage in the city of Gibraltar. So what I want to read for you is this, I have a petition, and it's called Citizens for Local Choice. I'd like to read the background of what this is for, and then I have one other comment to make. The background, in November of '23, the Michigan legislature passed legislation that strips away local control of wind and solar operations and gives the power to unelected bureaucrats in the Public Service Commission. This new law forces local communities to go through the state when it comes to the zoning authority of utility-scale wind and solar projects. What strikes me about this is Michigan's government has now stripped local ordinances and everything away from this city. All the other cities in Michigan as well, but I live here. So that tells me that although I voted for all of you to hear my concerns and vote the way I want, what I want in my community, it's stripped away from you and me. That's not the way I think Gibraltar wants to go. And I do understand it says wind and solar, but they're also including the battery storage, as I talked about. So I have a petition. I'm going to circulate a petition, and it's not whether you are for or against wind, solar, or whatever. It's just to get it put on the November ballot coming up that there would be a section in there that we get to keep local control of our ordinances. I want local control in Gibraltar. I want to hold you all accountable. I voted for you. I mean, we all have certain things that we like or whatever, but we all seem to like the ordinances that we do have in Gibraltar and or maybe any new ones that we might have to. And it sounds to me that even based on this, I don't know if Gibraltar has wind or solar ordinances. I'm not sure. I'm sure we're going to look into that and find out. But I would certainly like locally for this, you know, whoever those three commission people are, they don't know Gibraltar. We do. So let's keep the control here, local in Gibraltar. So as I said, anybody who is interested in hearing a little bit more, I do have some information on it. There's also, I have a QR code that you can actually scan and you can go to it. There's a Facebook page for them. We are trying to get all signatures by May so that it will be on the November ballot, just to give the voters, the local people in their towns, to keep that local here. So that's what I wanted to bring to your attention. I don't know if any of you all knew about it or not, but when I found out about it, I wasn't happy. And regarding battery storage, I don't want wind, I don't want solar, and I don't want battery storage here in Gibraltar. Personally, if you want to put up solar, go put them up on top of those buildings over there that are storage units or something. Don't take away farmlands and different things like that. You know, you can go do that. But none of that stuff is actually environmentally safe. If you really look into it, the things you have to do for turbines and stuff like that, it is not as environmentally friendly as everybody makes it out to be. But I certainly don't want battery storage because we've heard about some of the cars, the Teslas and things like that blow up and burn. So I would be concerned that our fire department may not have the right equipment to help, you know, fight that fire if something were to happen here in Gibraltar. So, thank you.
Thank you so much for your comments. She did drop off before our council meeting a hard copy of the reference information. Glad to scan that and make sure that council receives that, which is a reference document to what she was referring to.
Okay. Thank you.
Really appreciate your comment. Thank you. Are there any other members of public that would like to address council this evening? We will now close our public comments section. Keep in mind that we'll have another one before we close this evening. And we'll move on to our consent agenda. Council, you will see items A through E. Item A, bills reference number 18. Item B, payroll number 888 and 889. Item C, city council minutes of 3/11/2024. Item D, special city council minutes of 3/11/2024. And item E, recreation commission minutes of 3/12/2024. Council, we'll be looking for a motion to approve consent agenda.
Motion to approve consent agenda.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second?
Second by Cosmore. Any discussion on this evening's consent agenda?
One quick question. Sorry, Amy, I know that you prefer coming in during the day, but my time was short. Couple of quick questions. What is Carrot Top Industries?
That's flags.
Flags?
Yep.
Okay. And the Wolverine Freightliner, is that
Second half of our dump truck.
second half of the dump truck? Perfect, thank you.
Any further discussion on consent agenda? Katie, please call roll.
McNabb,
Yes.
Mulner,
Yes.
Schumate,
Yes.
Valentine,
Yes.
Wood. Yes. Cosmore.
Yes.
Great, thank you so much, council. The next item you see on our agenda is going to be communications, for which that is an empty bucket this evening. So that will move on to my report this evening. Members of public and council, I have two items under my report. Item A is our Shuva update, and I have two items for Shuva. So let's start with the first item. The first item is I've made a commitment to update council and members of the public on the monthly reports we receive from Shuva as it relates to percent utilization. Pleased to let you know that if we look at our percent utilization comparing January to February, the report included in your packet, we went from 9.5% in January to 8.3% in February. So I just want to make sure I gave you that update, which is obviously a good signal. Obviously, there's movement month over month in this rate. One thing, council, I was proposing, which you'll see in your next and upcoming packets, is I'll just include a graphical analysis. I thought that'd be helpful context, so you can look at where we came from, and then each month, month over month, as a trend analysis. But great news from our Shuva flow meter report this month as we received it in February. The second item was I was at the Shuva board meeting and got some exciting news. You'll see detailed in your packet, and I actually sent you the attached letter. Congresswoman Debbie Dingell recently announced the partial full year 2024 government appropriations package passed by the House included $959,752 for improvements to the South Huron Valley Utility Authority wastewater treatment plant. This is great news to have that funding secured. Details will be determined, but odor control was one topic in focus as to where that fund amount would be allocated towards. So I'll keep members of council up to loop. I really am very pleased with my attendance at Shuva board meetings. I think we have a great management crew, Jacob and team that is running the show. Obviously, from a financial perspective, hopefully we're making Amy and the team happy on the financials when we think about the percent utilization as it relates to our city and money that we hopefully will get back in the form of rebates. So great news on the Shuva front. Any questions on Shuva, on either the flow meter report and or the money Congresswoman Dingell announced for Shuva? Great. The second item is a really important one to me. I want to say two things here. One is I went through at our last council meeting a pretty comprehensive list of priorities, which I thought was a really helpful assembly of what opportunities we have as council and administration to advance. So there's still going to be an updated list every time in your packet around those priorities. Since I don't want to be redundant here, I read through them last time, so I think the ball is continuing to move. But one of the key actions that you also chose was our study session coming up on April 1st. So I'm excited to dive into some of those priorities in April 1st study session. What I wanted to put focus on for this evening, and I'm going to be looking for council's guidance on this topic, is priority waste. If you recall, in our last council meeting, we had discussions around priority waste. Simply put, we had discussions around the observation and documentation that our recycling was going to a landfill. I want to just be very simple in my synopsis here, and then I'll lead to what I'm asking council to consider. Today was meeting number 4 with priority leadership. We had a meeting on March 7th, which initially included our municipal manager. We then had a meeting on March 14th, which included our municipal manager and their VP of municipal sales. We had another meeting on March 19th, again with the municipal manager and the VP of municipal sales. And then we had a meeting today, and that meeting today included the VP of municipal sales, as well as the chief counsel and corporate secretary, one of the co-founders of Priority Waste. I'm going to be very blunt in this conversation. We asked every single meeting, including from day one meeting and the follow-up meetings and the associated email threads, we asked for very fair actions, which was, number one, give us all the logs. We want documentation of every single waste or recycling disposal so that we can understand how many did not go where they were supposed to. We also asked for financial reimbursement. We have a contractual agreement with Priority, for whom we trusted was taking care of our recycling, for which we found out was not taking place. And we came with a calculation of what we felt we should be reimbursed according to the logs. Keep in mind, even in the logs, there was 17 missing logs, if I'm not mistaken, in the log process. So we asked for financial reimbursement as number two, which we thought was an incredibly fair ask, given the violation of the public trust and the lack of doing what the contract had been designed to do, and the lack of any communication to allow the city to take another course of action. Furthermore, we asked for a assurance on where we're going to go moving forward. How are you going to rectify this problem? What changes will be made? What accountability measures are in place? Councilwoman Wood was present with me, as well as Vince. I think we were very constructive, very fair, very straightforward. Time is a precious resource, and here we are at meeting number 4. Meeting number 4 was a disappointment. Meeting number 4 was a financial offer that was not even in the remote ballpark of what I felt would be fair financial reimbursement to the city of Gibraltar. I informed Chief Counsel at the time during this Zoom meeting that we felt the next step would be to put this in the hands of legal counsel. And to, as step 1, so step 1 is legal counsel. Step 2 would be to contact neighboring communities to make sure that they're aware of our experience and to understand any experience that they may have had and what deep dives they may have done in their data, and to contact any other parties. I think this is a pretty straightforward one. We're out here trying to do right by our city and trust professional services to do their jobs, and I felt like the job was not being done. We were not communicated to, and after 4 meetings, we still did not even get a remotely fair proposal. So I don't see the value in entertaining any further discussions with that organization. I think this should be handled by legal counsel. I feel very strong about our position in said legal counsel discussions. So I'm asking for council's motion to take the information we have available to us, which is the paper trail documentation, the logs, all available information, documentation of this recycling that was gone to a landfill that we, our residents, our council was the one that determined, and let legal counsel do their job. So I'd be looking for a motion to put this in the hands of our legal counsel.
Motion to turn the priority waste management issue over to legal counsel.
Second.
Any discussion?
How many, I'm sorry, go ahead. Sorry. How many times are we looking at, did this happen? Do we know?
Vince?
There was 85 pulls in 2023 that easily went to landfill operations. Started about the 1st of May last year, and there was 20 so far with January and February that went to landfills.
I'm not a legal expert, but I feel quite good about the position we enter in a legal discussion.
Should we consider going out for proposals so that we know, if the ultimate culmination of a legal proceeding is the termination of agreement with them, we know what the expense is going forward to replace them, or is that premature?
Well, if I may, through the mayor.
Please.
Your contract with them actually expires later this year in August, and so, historically, I'd like to get the proposals out at least 6 months in advance. If you're changing vendors, they've got some training. If they're, depending on how they're all going to carts now. And so there's a lead time that goes with that. So I kind of anticipated I might have this discussion with you next week at your work session about, okay, there's a few decisions you're gonna have to make going forward with that, but, yeah, you probably need to put that out for bid.
Okay.
Any other discussion?
Do we know what other cities Priority Waste is contracted with?
Well, we could probably find out.
Are we going to notify them as well? 'Cause
I
this-
pl-
this
I
is
plan
a-
to reach out to
I'm
every
sure they're
single-
doing the same thing to them as
I
well.
plan to reach out to every single mayor of any community that has Priority as a professional service.
Okay.
Any further discussion? Katie, please call roll.
Mulner,
Yes.
Schumate,
Yes.
Valentine,
Yes.
Wood,
Yes.
Cosmore,
Yes.
McNabb.
Yes.
Great. Motion carried. We will be in touch with next steps in the legal counsel. Thank you, counsel, for the support. My last item, which is just not on here, but proud to let you all know that I went to my first SEMCOG General Assembly, for which I nominated myself from the floor for a seat on the executive committee, for which I was elected to be alternate. So I think it's a great win for the city of Gibraltar. For the first meeting, we're going to have an alternate seat on the executive committee. For those that aren't aware, I think this is about 186 members of government across Southeast Michigan. I tried to paint the case of the importance of what I feel I could bring to that committee, as well as the importance of representation of downriver in said committee. So good news is step one complete. We're going to continue to work on SEMCOG. A lot of great infrastructure, grant, data analytics and trends, just a good access point for our community, as well as obviously a good, hopefully eventually increasing seat at the table for the decision-making at that SEMCOG. So that's all for my update, unless there's any questions for me. Great. I'd like to now transition our agenda to our council reports, and Councilman Valentine, why don't you take us through recreation?
Just want to remind everybody, Tammy's not going to be able to be here today, so just want to remind everybody that this Saturday is the Easter event. Breakfast will be served from 9 to 11. It's going to be cooked by the Gibraltar Fire Department. Easter egg hunt for 1 to 3-year-olds will be at 11:30. Marshmallow drop at 12:30. Raffle at approximately 11. There's several companies that have donated, several companies and individuals have made donations. The Jeffries Company, Sunseekers Boat Club, CE Rains, Miracle Workers DCS Incorporated, Crest Ford, Daymark Marine Specialist, Harrison Family, Tammy Goris, Angela Perini, Gibraltar Rotary, Cindy Shore, Sue Poley, Mercury Insurance, the Kiwanis Club of Gibraltar, Sam and Deanna Pruitt, Paula Mullins, Krista Daly, Tracy Grant, Gibraltar Duck Hunters, Gibraltar Police Department, and Gibraltar Fire Department. Music in the Park has also been scheduled. They have dates for June 20th, July 11th, July 25th, August 8th, August 22nd, September 5th. This year, the 4th of July will be our 60th year that we've put on the event. It's going to be a 3-day event. July 3rd is going to be the carnival from 6 to 10. July 4th is the parade. July 5th is carnival from 12 noon to 10. Our next meeting is April 2nd at 2024. That's my report.
Councilman Valentine, thank you so much, and to all of the individuals listed, both residents and businesses, et cetera, thank you for the support of the community through what Councilman Valentine just updated. Any questions or comments for Councilman Valentine on recreation? Councilwoman Cosmore.
Okay. The first one is for the Alliance Downriver Waterways. They put out a flyer. It's for the Friends of the Detroit River Cleanup. And that's on April 27th from 9 to 12. They'll be meeting at the Trenton Rotary Park on Harrison, so if you'd like to be part of that. And we'll also be putting out a flyer on the website, city website tomorrow. And then I don't have a meeting for the regular meeting until later. And as far as the 33rd District Court, there's no report. I didn't have a meeting, other than, and we do have some information from the chief in the packet. The Rotary, just remember, if you guys want to be part of the community, I know people like all the events that the Rotary and the Kiwanis puts on, but we need help. It can't just be this, it's just a few of us. So we really need help. So if you'd like to be part of the Rotary, they meet the first and third Monday of the month at the VFW in Rockwood. It starts at 6 o'clock. Please come to the meeting, join us. And the Kiwanis, we meet on Tuesdays at 6:30 at the community center. We'll be having a meeting tomorrow. So please, please come join. If you'd like to be part of one of the clubs, please, we'd love it. And also for the Kiwanis, we partnered with the Parsons Lighthouse Club. to collect items for the children with hair loss. And there's a collection box out in the hallway, and that's going to go to March 31st. And they're just looking for new, because when they give the children the wigs, they like to include brushes, combs, hats, bows, ribbons, anything like that hair-related. So just bring it, drop it off, and put it in the box, and then it'll be delivered to the children without hair loss on April 1st. And I think that's it.
Fantastic, thank you. Any questions for Councilwoman Cosmore?
What are the criteria to join Kiwanis and Rotary? Is it an application process, or what's the standard procedure there for those?
Well, usually you want to come to the meeting, check it out. There is like a yearly fee that you pay for the year, but there's like, you will fill out like an application with your information. But most of it's just interested people that want to do something for the community. And, and then you work together as a group and come up with ideas and do different, put different things on. That's really about it.
Okay.
It's really easy. Well, trust me, they'll be nice to you when you come in.
When's the next meeting?
For which one? So the Kiwanis is tomorrow at 6:30 at the community center, and for Rotary, the next one will be April 1st at 6 o'clock at the VFW in Rockwood.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think I saw a notice that they're looking for stops for the kayak poker run too.
Oh, yes, they are. I forgot about that. Sorry, yeah. So if you live on the canal, they are looking for stops for the kayak poker run. So just there's a Facebook page. Both of those clubs have a Facebook page that you could go and check out. And there's always the updated upcoming events coming on there. So yeah, if you'd like to be part of that, please contact them through the Facebook page.
I had the privilege of being a stop last year, and it was a blast.
Yeah, it's a lot
So,
of fun. It's a fun day. A lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And they do need volunteers for that too. So we really need volunteers that day.
Well said. Well, Councilwoman Cosmore, thank you so much for the updates. If there's no further questions, I would love to pass it over to Councilwoman Wood.
Okay, very simple as always, still waiting for nice weather, but we have started spring cleanup. And we've done a few areas. We have ordered new trash cans that have been put up. I know that Recreation has done doggy waste cans, so those will be going up shortly. I'm not sure exactly where. But we're getting ready to get those flowers planted. I'm waiting for Trentwood to get the pansies because I'm waiting to get something out there other than what we have. So that's pretty much it for beautification. And our museum will be open April 7th from 2 to 4. And that's all I have.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Any questions for Councilwoman Wood?
I was going to say, if anybody hasn't been to the museum yet, you have to go up there. Dorothy has done an
Yes.
awesome job. It is so cool up there.
It's an incredible
Kids
museum.
up there, yeah, kids love it, yeah. Take your time. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Looking forward to Government Day with the kids, the second graders. They love going up there. It's crazy.
It's incredible what you have done with that museum, so thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments for Councilwoman Wood? Well, Councilman Cox is not here with us today. For those that haven't tuned in, Planning Commission DDA meeting is always published on our Facebook page. So that last one on March 19th is on there from a recording perspective. I encourage everybody to tune in if you hadn't seen the activities present, and we'll ask Councilman Cox for an update at our next meeting. Councilman McNabb, talk to us.
Oh, not much to report as of right now. Still waiting on Mr. Garza to get back with me on our harvester, and I'm waiting for the gentlemen to get together for our first meeting. Those snowbirds in Florida, they're going to be heading back soon. And that's about where we're at.
Well, we appreciate you. Any questions for Councilman McNabb? Councilman Molnar.
I have two things, Your Honor. One of them is a reminder of the April 20th fishing tournament at Captain Jim's, 7 a.m. Sign up either at Captain Jim's or with Captain Steve Falwell of Chief Charters. So April 20th, it's going to be bigger and better than before. This is the fourth year that we're doing it, that Steve's doing it. Steve is hosting it, and this year our proceeds will benefit the police department as opposed to the last 3 years supporting the fire department. The next couple, or at least this year, is going to support the police department.
Awesome.
April 20th. Secondly, I did take the time to read all 300 pages of the International Property Maintenance Code, and I will brief it in anticipation of our next meeting. But there was quite a few things in here that were just blank and need to be filled in and completed and tailored to our community as opposed to just accepting it as a carte blanche. So there's quite a bit of work in this. One item, for example, and I won't go too much in detail on this till we're going to talk about it next week, but this talks about the creation of a local historical designation process. So something, instead of, we dealt with this on the Horse Island Bridge, where it was, the historical designation could have been made by either a local designated process, which we do not have here in Gibraltar, and since we don't, then it's a state mandated or state guided program, which is a lot more rigmarole. So this International Property Maintenance Code talked about potentially creating a local designation for historical perspective. So that's one of many things that I found in here. I will continue to brief it and put together a memo on this for our next meeting, but a lot in here.
Thank you for taking the time to do it. On that note, from a next step perspective, since we'll be talking about that on April 1st, do you think you can get something to Katie by Katie? Give me the reminder on the deadline.
By Thursday morning.
Yeah.
That would be great, because then we can include that in the prep for council for our study session.
Perfect.
Thank you. Any questions for Councilman Molnar? Is there a deadline for the fishing tournament for when folks have to register?
I don't know the answer to that.
Can they register online too?
I don't know the answer to that. Yeah, I don't know. Best thing to do would probably to reach out, if Facebook's an option, reach out to Steve Falwell. If not, I will see if I can get somebody to post the responses to that maybe on our website, or maybe we could get that posted on our website and get those answers out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any questions, comments? Well, Council, thank you so much for the updates across the board. And now we will move on to our next section, which is City Attorney.
City Attorney is pleased to report. I have no report.
Thank you, City Attorney. Any questions for our City Attorney? All right, well, now I have the privilege of passing it over to Vince.
Thank you, Mayor. First couple items, and then I'll have another item for discussion afterwards, but what you have is a resolution to decertify a 118-foot segment of Grandview Drive. Our street map with the Michigan Department of Transportation shows this 118-foot segment east of Lowell as actually being a street open for vehicle traffic, of which it is not. And so there is no change, as everybody understands, there's no change in any property aspects of it. It is just making a correction to the map itself. And I was going to do the calculation, but it's probably such a small segment, it's probably under $5 a year impact by that. But they brought it to our attention. The questioning, is that actually a street? And the answer is no. So there's a process that we have to go through to decertify a small section of for our street map with MDOT. So.
Motion to, sorry.
We'll be looking for a motion.
I'd like to present a motion to approve the same.
Second.
A motion and a second by Valentine. Any discussion? Katie, if you could call roll.
Schumate?
Yes.
Valentine?
Yes.
Wood?
Yes.
Cosmore?
Yes.
McNabb?
Yes.
Molnar?
Yes.
Back to you, Vince.
Thank you, Mayor. Next item is requesting approval of progress payments number 6 and 7 for sanitary sewer rehab with Inliner. The contractor doing the sewer lining project received a note from CE Rains regarding our inspectors for the project, along with their certification that the work has been performed. There's still work to be done based on the correspondence from Rains that there's still $130,000 left of a $5.7 million, or $570,000 contract. So there's still more work to be done. I think Bayview, there's still some more work that they're going to be involved with to wrap up the project. But this amount is $73,000. $978.50.
A motion to approve.
Motion by Molnar. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by McNabb. Any discussion? Katie, can you call roll, please?
Valentine?
Yes.
Wood?
Yes.
Cosmore?
Yes.
McNabb?
Yes.
Molnar,
Yes.
Schumate.
Yes. Back to you, Vince. I think you had one addition.
And I'm not sure where we want to chat, but, you know, we've had some correspondence regarding the city administrator interviews, and it looks like Tuesday, the 2nd, would be a day that would be probably most convenient for council members. I do believe, in talking with Councilmember Cox, that he will be back. I haven't reached out to him today. And 3 of the 4 candidates can easily do, you know, Tuesday as well. And the other one that I had mentioned in the email over the weekend said he could possibly get that worked in as well. So, long day. I'm figuring if you want me to do it, I can start making the arrangements, but I'm guessing you're probably going to need 45, 50 minutes per interview, maybe a 10-minute break in between. So it'd be about a 4-hour, you know, special work session to go through those interviews. So if you're okay with it, I'll proceed with putting that together.
A suggestion to consider, maybe we start at 5, take a dinner break at 7. I'm glad to sponsor some pizza or something, and then reconvene at 7:30. So it's like a 5 to 7, 7 to 7:30 break, 7:30 to 9:30 type of an approach.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, no, I just, because remember, we're gonna need some time when we're all done too. Sometimes that takes a long time, so we might be here till like 10 or 11, starting it late.
Yeah, I know, I thought, Vince, in your email, you might have mentioned starting maybe even as early as 3 or 4 o'clock.
I think, you know, Councilmember Wood has some concern that, you know, has a commitment in the morning, but not sure when she would be available, so I went a little
Yeah,
bit later.
I'm hoping it's early afternoon.
Okay.
Early afternoon, so.
Okay. What time would be, do you think, a safe starting time for that? Would 3 or 4 resonate, or?
I don't know, I'm gonna say maybe 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock?
3?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll try.
all right.
I like the concept.
All depends on how the morning goes.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
All right, do you want me to tentatively set for 3 o'clock and start putting everybody in there and?
That work
see
for
what-
everybody?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right,
Cool.
Thank you, Vince.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
that's all I have, Your Honor.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Any questions for Vince? All right, Katie.
I have no report tonight.
Any questions for Katie? Thanks for all you're doing as our clerk. Treasurer Art? All right, any questions for Treasurer Art? Finance Director, Amy, what do you got?
I'm just going to be working on budget really soon. I've been working on budget, but if anybody, any of the new council people or anybody has any questions or wants to stop by and talk about it, please feel free. My door's always open, and other than that, I got nothing.
Awesome.
I tried to bring the weather back. It didn't come back.
We're glad to have you back from your trip. Thank you. You'll see that there's a new face sitting down there, sadly solo, no seat neighbors. But Detective, just appreciate all you do for the city, and I'd like to pass it over to you for the police report.
Yes, Mr. Mayor and Council, since the last council meeting, the police department had 187 calls for service. Reports written were 40. 8 citations were issued. We had 4 arrests, 2 of which were serious felonies. We had two school resource officer investigations and 4 detective bureau investigations. Included in Chief Tangway's packet is the monthly comparison from February 2023 to 2024. Again, reminder of the upcoming events. We have the breakfast with Easter Bunny this Saturday. I have 2 officers that will be in attendance for that. As far as news, FEMA will be here again this week, and we'll be leaving March 29th at 6:30 p.m. And also, the chief and the police department wanted to thank the DDA for approving the bulletproof glass for the dispatch center. As far as action items, I have none. Also attached to Chief Tangley's report is the police and dispatch overtime report, the 33rd District Court fines, cost and fees report, and the Records Bureau report, as well as traffic statistics for citations issued, and the ordinance officer activity report. I will also be giving Fire Chief Bill King's report. They've had 26 total calls since the last council meeting, 24 rescues. They had 2 fires, 2 auto aids, and 0 mutual aids. Also, he wanted to advise that the fire school is coming to an end March 23rd, Saturday, and they have the final state practical exam. I know he had mentioned the last council meeting and scheduling dates to have the graduating class come in. I can't schedule that on behalf of Bill Kane because he's not here. Also, the annual Cascade system has been tested for the month. Filters must be changed and the quality air is to be tested and verify that they're not breathing anything in bad in their scuba packs. Also, the fire department has finished their HEMS quality assurance reports, thanks to Cindy and Joe. Chief Kane has also scheduled the state inspection for the ambulances. Cindy Simon has a recertification for the Michigan Task Force. That's a group that goes to catastrophes in Michigan and sometimes out of state. And that concludes the police and fire report.
Thank you so much, Detective. Councilman Valentine?
Well, since Fire Chief Kane's not here, can we declare the 2002 dump truck as surplus and the 1999 senior bus as surplus?
I don't see why not. Just
In
take
his
a motion,
absence?
motion by,
It's included in his packet.
yeah, it's for, yeah, his DPW portion of the report, yeah.
We've had Vince, I know Vince, Amy, many parties have been involved in that discussion. Any concerns of doing that this evening?
Not at all.
Great. So we can.
There's one, I don't know what this one means, City Hall sprinkler system. You know what that means?
We have to do a motion to consider the surplus for the.
Yeah,
the
okay.
dump truck
I'll do the
first.
motion that we declare the 2002 F-650 dump truck as surplus and declare the 1999 E-350 senior bus as surplus.
We might need to do those separate, because, for the,
Trying to save
or
time.
can we do them together, Vince?
I think you can do them together.
Can we do them together,
Yeah.
okay? Okay.
So we have a motion for both items.
I second it.
Is there a second?
Yeah,
Any
second.
discussion? Vince, you want to just comment just for the sake of our discussion? I know there was, recommendation around pursuing this as the surplus approach.
Yes, the intent would be to put it out to auction. In part, you'll have a third party. There isn't any conflict of interest or any kind of concern that'll come up arising that somebody's got, a competitive advantage in its acquisition. So I've always felt these type of things are best if put out to auction, and you'll get a good competitive price.
I think it's a great objective approach to take. Any other discussion? Katie, can we call roll on sorry, Treasurer Arp.
Sorry, Mr. Mayor, the proceeds, Vince, did they go back to the DBA or the general fund?
Thank you. That's a really good question for the bus. In part, I think our sense, and Amy and I may have talked a little bit about it, we'll find out how the CDBG proceeds of that, for the bus will be applied to the program eligible expenses that the city has. So, yes, we'll make sure from an accounting standpoint that it's tied with the CDBG program. Thank you. Yeah.
Great discussion. Any other discussion on that item? Katie, if we could please call roll.
Wood?
Yes.
Hasmore?
Yes.
McNabb?
Yes.
Mulnar?
Yes.
Schumate?
Yes.
Valentine?
Yes.
Great. And Councilman Valentine, I know you were starting to bring up the last item that was in that packet there. I don't know if you had any other further.
The Hall sprinkler system, but I don't know what he means by
I
that.
think I'd be comfortable just reviewing the proposal. It looks like an annual service agreement in 3 parts. First part's just firing up the system, checking out, if the sprinkler heads and misters are functioning. And then there's a mid-season adjustment based on how the weather is and the need, and also the seasonal timing associated with it. And then lastly, it's just blowing the lines out winterizing it for the year. Total amount is $950. And there's, if there's some additional fees, if they've got to, replace some of the irrigation lines and/or, the rotary head or misters in there. So there's a price for each of all of those items as they go through there.
Is there money in the budget for it?
I believe it's coming from, he wrote down DDA, so there's plenty.
Everybody's familiar with this from a standard year-over-year approach? For our members that have been here?
We need a motion?
We would need a motion.
Motion to have the City Hall sprinkler system tested and repaired as needed.
Second.
We have a second from Cosmore. Any discussion on this item? Katie, if you could please call roll.
Cosmore?
Yes.
McNabb?
Yes.
Mulnar?
Yes.
Schumate?
Yes.
Valentine?
Yes.
Wood?
Yes.
Fantastic. Detective, anything else on both the fronts of police and fire? And thanks for quite holding it down.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Appreciate you and the department for all you're doing. Parks and Recreation Director Goris. I know she's not in attendance today. Did you want to represent?
Yeah, if I may, thank you. Yeah, she had a family emergency as well. So the request is for approval for a repair associated with the ice machine at the community center. It's with Papa's Refrigeration Service of Mount Clemens. The scope of the work, as contained in the proposal, is recovery of the refrigerant, replacing the expansion valve and liquid line filter dryer, pulling a vacuum on the system and charging with new refrigerant, starting and checking system operation. The amount quoted is $1,425.25. I know she's had an ongoing problem with the ice machine there at the community center.
Motion to repair this Cook Center ice machine.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by McNabb. Any discussion? Anybody have expertise in ice
How
machines?
old is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
How old is the machine?
I could not tell you. Other than I know she was having some difficulty with it, and I couldn't tell you how much a new one would cost either, so.
Well, I actually looked up new ones today.
Hey,
So
did you?
yeah, they run between like 45 to over $6,000 a piece to buy a new one. But, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's not that old though.
There's not a lot of people that work on these things, so the
Yeah.
fact that they're coming from Mount Clemens makes sense. It's not,
Yeah, it's a drive.
yeah, there's not a large service group that takes care of these things, so,
You mentioned that to me, that she's having trouble getting anybody to come in and repair it, so.
yeah. Yeah.
Any further discussion? Katie, if you could call roll.
Cosmore?
Yes.
McNabb?
Yes.
Mulnar?
Yes.
Schumate?
Yes.
Valentine?
Yes.
Wood?
No.
Motion carried. Unfinished business. Vince, I know you alluded to this earlier, but anything you'd like to add to the topic of sewer lining projects?
No, I don't have anything to add.
Council, any other discussion on unfinished business listed here? Council, is there any new business that anybody would like to raise to this evening? We have no tabled and referred items, which will bring us back to our public comment. Members of public in the room, we'd love to hear from you. If you have any public comment, now open, please approach the podium and state your name and address. Not everybody at once. Well, public, thank you for speaking up as you always do, and we'll close public comment if there's no comment. And I'd be looking for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Motion by Wood, second by Cosmore. Any discussion? All right, Katie, could you please call roll?
McNabb?
Yes.
Mulnar?
Yes.
Schumate?
Yes.
Valentine?
Yes.
Wood?
Yes.
Cosmore?
Yes.
Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, everybody.
It's going to the police department.
There's a really good website called Zephyr.